What is going on, guys and girls? It is Ghost Robo, and dang does Evolve look awesome. This is the brand new game from Turtle Rock Studios coming out later this year on next-gen consoles. They are the guys who made Left 4 Dead a long while back, which was an awesome new way to enjoy co-op shooting action. What I really enjoyed about Left 4 Dead was how it felt so different every single time, and it seems like they're taking that to like the umpteenth level here in Evolve. You've got 4 players against one gigantic monster, and this monster is in fact controlled not by some director AI, but controlled by human opponents, which makes things kind of cool and also kind of scary. When this game was initially revealed, my biggest concern was that it would become very stale very fast, but the new previews and first-time gameplay has me convinced that there are enough permutations, enough potential variables to make this a real killer multiplayer game when it releases this fall. So basically, you're dropped into this giant map, the monster is already walking around, and you have to hunt it down. Now, some of the things that make it so cool and sort of beyond the elevator pitch are that the monster can evolve. So the game kind of ebbs and flows between the hunters having an advantage and the monster having an advantage. Early on in the match, the monster is level 1, kind of small, has his, his moves still, but he's not really the Godzilla force that he wants to be. And if the hunters can find him early, they are definitely ahead in the game. Now, the monster can grow, he can eat life forms around the level, and these levels look massive. They've only shown one, which is this giant jungle, and I'm hoping that there are a bunch of them because they look just epic. They look like they have so many branching paths, and it kind of really mixes up the Left 4 Dead formula, which funneled you in very specific directions towards set-piece battles. Those were great. They still had dynamic moments. They still had tanks popping out of nowhere and smokers sucking you away from different parts of the map. But here, with a much more open set of terrain, a much bigger space for you to kind of venture in any number of directions, you can create truly dynamic encounters that are really unrepeatable. So if you find the monster early, you have the advantage. If he goes around and takes down some of the flora and fauna in the level, then he begins to level up, begins to grow, and things become even. If he hides super well and is able to max out at level 3, then hey, he is now the giant King Kong that he wants to be and can probably smash you, and it flips the roles of who is hunting and who is being hunted. I think that's just such an awesome system where you have multiple sets of variables. So, right, you have the maps, which we've touched on, that there are different sets of maps that are going to change things up. You also have the hunters. There's different classes, and within each class, there's different characters, so you have your set sort of class of, okay, the medic does this, and the assault does this, but then there are individual characters within each class that have their own sort of smaller set of skills and differentiators. So that's variable number 2. Variable number 3 is there's multiple monsters, and this is probably my most exciting part of the new information that was revealed, is the fact that there are different kinds of monsters. They've only shown one, who is sort of a big brute Godzilla-type creature. He can jump, throw boulders, breathe fire, ground pound, bull rush. He's basically a tank taking on more of an alien dinosaur form, but they've promised multiple monsters, each with their own skill set and style of play. So I'm picturing a very lithe and quick snake-type creature. I'm picturing a flying monster. I don't know how it's going to be, but that's another variable set. And then the 4th variable set is time, which I think is a really, really great addition. It's not like, oh, you're traveling down this road towards the monster and who can reach it first. No, it could be 10 seconds into the match, it could be 10 minutes into the match in terms of when you encounter each other. He can play a game where he tries to cat and mouse you into a specific scenario. They brought up, there's a pit in this jungle level, a swamp, where there's these giant alligator snapping turtle type creatures, and they're very vicious. And if the monster is able to sort of spook you in that area, now he has allies on his side almost. They won't attack him, but they will sure as heck easily bite your neck off, and now it's basically 3 monsters against 4 hunters. Or maybe he comes straight for you and tries to catch you by surprise. Maybe he tries to split the team up, and it looks like they've done a great job of equipping the player characters, the hunter characters, with skill sets that allow them to do multiple things. It's not just shooting, it's not just healing, but they've got, placeable domes that allow you to entrap the monster. They've got sound spikes so you can try and listen in and spot him earlier. These 4 variables will interact in lots of different ways, and I brought all this up to my brother, and his biggest concern was, do you think there will be a, quote, right way to take the monster out, and it'll be easily repeatable, you'll be able to find out the winning formula? And I said no, because of that time element. It's not going to be, oh, this this is this monster and we know how to kill him, he evolves, he grows. Imagine all the trickery and chaos that could be caused by playing as the monster. Not only can you hide and spook your opponents, but you can also climb, pull, leap, and grab on just about anything in the environment as showed in this video. And then think of scenarios like this. You leave the life forms in the area alive, so the humans are at ease. They think they're just going to go take some of them down. The monster hasn't been there, and then wham! You surprise them, smack them, and they're dealing with a humongous battle between all these creepy creatures and you, the monster. Just seems like there's a lot of variety, not only in the levels and how things take place, but in the strategies and tactics that both the hunters and the monster can use to kill off their enemy. Combining that with different maps, combining that with different sets of hunters, and also throwing in the sort of side thing of in-level objectives. They mentioned one of a tower filled with civilians, and if all the civilians are killed by the monster, then that also ends the round. You've got a whole bunch of variables, and you multiply all the variables out, and you're looking at thousands of combinations that it could occur, plus the randomization of just, do your bullets hit? Does your plan work? Does your medic go down first? How does that all play out? And it seems like this is basically taking the next-gen consoles, harnessing their power, placing the Left 4 Dead framework inside the PS4 and Xbox One, and letting it grow, letting it evolve into something truly remarkable. I think this is kind of what next-gen gaming is supposed to be all about, evolving the experiences that we had on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 into something far greater, far bigger, and far more imaginative, fun, and creative than what we have previously experienced. And it seems like Evolve is heading right in that direction. I haven't even mentioned that the game looks gorgeous. It's at a very early state. Of course, this is just a vertical slice. A number of things could go right or wrong between now and its release in 8-9 months, but right now, dang, it looks super pretty, significantly better, I think, than a lot of current titles on the two consoles, and I am just so freaking hyped for it. I was let down by the initial reveal. It seemed very streamlined. It seemed kind of, I didn't want players controlling the monster. I'd rather the designers develop a really epic moment, but the fact that there are all these variables, the fact that the maps look quite massive, it almost feels like a ghost hunt through the most despicable and deadly parts of Jurassic Park, which that's just a freaking dream come true. What do you guys think? A bunch of gameplay was shown in this video, and you've heard my thoughts. Now I want to hear yours. Let me know in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you are excited for Evolve. I can't wait to see where it goes, and I'm hoping I'll get a chance to play it at PAX or E3 sometime before release and share all of that hands-on experience with you. For now, though, I'm going to let you guys go. Until next time, thanks again for watching. Have a fantastic day. Drink some hot chocolate, and we will see you all later.